Yeah, it was a good win, workmanlike win. I said earlier, I got such respect for Rod Barnes and his program and the way they play. They don't make it easy on you. They're physical, they're tough. They guard you, they rebound. They're physical. I mean, they're just. It's not easy to score on Bakersfield, and so we knew we were going to have to make some shots. We finally made some shots from three tonight, which I think was a step in the right direction. You know, we went on our normal drought in the first half offensively that we kind of do from time to time, but it wasn't a result of turnovers for the most part. It was just a result of not finishing. During a 7-possession stretch, I mean, I was, there like you guys were. We missed 4 layups, we missed 2 wide open threes, and we missed a post move. But we had good looks. And as a coach, that's all I can ask. We just got to finish better. And finishing has been an issue for this team since Costa Rica this summer, and continues to be something we have to get better at. Whether it's offensively at the rim, whether it's defensively, finishing possessions with rebounds and limiting them to 1 shot. They got 11 offensive rebounds. They averaged 12.5. That wasn't good enough tonight, but this team finds a way and just keep grinding. And that's tonight was a grinding game, and we knew that going in, and that's the way it was, and we took care of business. So now it's onward and upward. We know what we got in front of us.
I had maybe a 2-part question on Jabari. I guess first, what can you say happened to him and his status, and then what's it mean for your team to gut out a win without your leading scorer and rebounder?
Well, I'm pleading ignorance on both your first questions. I don't know what happened because I didn't see the play. And I don't know what the status is until probably he sees the doctors and maybe probably tomorrow to see how he's feeling and that sort of thing. So we'll figure that out as we go. But yeah, when you go down, you're leading one of your leading scorers and leading rebounder. You gotta make up for it, and it's a team thing. It's not one guy. It doesn't fall all on Tristan. It doesn't fall all on Lawson. It falls on everybody. And we still out-rebounded them by 6. We want to out-rebound them by 8. Again, if we do our jobs on the boxing them out, limit them to 1, we hit our numbers again, but we didn't. So we got to understand defensively, and we talked about it at halftime, our guards have to help us rebound the ball defensively more than they are. Because 5 guys have got to rebound the ball on defense. Now on offense, offensive rebounding, it's a different story. The 3, 4, and 5, their job is to go to the glass. But there was a play in the second half where there was a long rebound, and Eli did what he's supposed to do, which is go to the long rebounder spot. And guess what? The ball fell right in his hands. So when you do your job, it's amazing how rebounds will just kind of come to you. Not everyone, but sometimes they will. So we just have to do our job on a consistent basis. But we need our guards to help us defensively, and our 3, 4, and 5 have to be more aggressive. Tristan's got to be a better rebounder for us than he was tonight. Keyshawn did a good job. But we all have to pick up the slack when a guy like Jabari goes out.
How encouraging was it to see your team hold a pretty comfortable lead from start to finish?
Well, we did again. I think it's a testament to our defense. We kept getting stops, but I don't think we try to get a kill, which we talk about as 3 consecutive stops in a row. And at the last media time out of the second half, we didn't have any of them in the second half. But we got enough. We just didn't string enough together to really break it open. I looked at the stat sheet at halftime. We're holding them to 18.5%, and we're up 9. I felt like we should be up 19. But when you sputter offensively and you can't make shots, you can't finish, it makes it hard. But I feel good about where our defense is at. I've talked about that probably over the last 2-3 weeks. Our offense needs to continue to get better. I thought we showed some flashes tonight and some signs. It's just got to be consistent because every game we play from here on out is going to be an absolute battle. We got 18 league games and a top 10 team coming in on Tuesday. So we've got our work cut out for us, but this team is, they're competitive and they're going to continue to improve and get better. And so we just got to strap it up and get ready for Tuesday.
Coach, you took some time at practice earlier this week to warn your players that these guys have a propensity to rebound efficiently, especially on the offensive glass. It felt like rebounding for you guys improved as the game went on, but just overall, how do you evaluate your performance on the glass?
Well, I think where we really evaluate is with the film, because you see how we chart every game how many bad box outs we have, how many no box outs we have. Those are individualized numbers. Obviously, you get a total for your team, but each guy has a responsibility to do. So we chart that very regularly and every day. We look at our offensive rebounding effort. If your job is to go to the glass and you don't go to the glass, boom. We got numbers we want to hit, and if we don't hit them, we let our guys know about it. So I think it really, rebounding becomes an individual thing. At the end of the day, it's a team thing. But and we don't expect 0 offensive rebounds by the other team. I'm not looking for perfection. Because there's times, and there was a couple tonight where the ball just bounced. It was a long rebound. Evan was boxing out. It fell into their guys' hands. That's going to happen from time to time. But it's not going to happen. It can't happen 11 times, and because the ball doesn't bounce that way 11 times, but it can bounce that way 4, 5, 6 times in a game. So that's why we set our numbers where we do.
Lawson has been pretty upfront about just kind of struggling not to get down on himself when he makes mistakes out there, and he said to me the other day, he's like, you know what, I really didn't make many mistakes in high school, and obviously not a perfect game from him tonight, but just to have this kind of performance, to finish at the rim a couple times, does that do something for him from a morale standpoint?
No doubt. And we've seen it in practice. He was getting after it in practice. Yesterday's practice, he and Jabari were going at it hard. Jabari was talking a little smack and trash to him, and he bowed his back, and he wasn't backing down. I thought that was a great sign, and then he came out tonight and played like that. So Lawson's getting better. Okay, he just has to slow down, and I thought he did a really good job in the first half on a couple of occasions where he got the ball down low, and he was in a crowd, and he kicked it back out. I won to Julian. I know Julian hit a 3 on. Somebody else hit a 3 when he kicked it out. So playing inside out, we don't want our post guys to be black holes. When the ball goes in, it never comes out, and he did a good job of that. Evan always has done a good job of that. So he made some progress tonight. And then the second half, like you said, he finished a couple times. He just has to understand, when am I one-on-one and I can slow down and go to work and use my post moves that I work on every day, and when am I in a crowd where I can't put the ball on the floor and maybe it's hard for me to get to the rim, and that's when I got to kick it out. And he did it. He made progress tonight in that area. So I thought Lawson, certainly his best game as a Buff offensively, and he's getting better defensively as well. Is
KJ maybe getting into a habit, and freshmen will go through this maybe, where he's trying too hard to make the flashy play? On the one, he led you in assists, but he also had 5 turnovers.
Yeah. I think it's just understanding that you can't make a play every time you have the ball. And we want him, just like with Tristan, we want him to be aggressive. I want KJ to be aggressive. That doesn't mean he needs to shoot every time he's aggressive. Every time he gets the ball to the rim, he doesn't have to shoot it. He can come to 2 feet. He can keep his dribble alive. Getting his shot blocked at the rim has been an issue that needs to change. His turnovers have become an issue that needs to change. But his aggressiveness offensively doesn't need to change. It's just his decision-making at the end of those plays has to get better. And he's getting better. It's a learning curve for every freshman. And it's a fine line as a coach. I don't want to take his aggressiveness away, because KJ's aggressiveness makes him who he is. I want to help his decision-making get better and his understanding of how to run a team to get better. And that's what I'm trying to help him with. But he'll be fine. KJ's going to be a good player.
Tad, you guys bring in Kansas on Tuesday, huge opponent. What are some things you're looking forward to just having that game here?
Well, I'm looking forward, hopefully, to have the CU Event Center full of Buff fans. That's what I'm hoping for, and I'm counting on. But more importantly than that, it's having our team ready to play and having them ready to defend a very efficient offensive team that has really good players, that's very well coached. Obviously, Bill Self's in the Hall of Fame for a reason. He's a hell of a coach on both sides of the ball. And then they're going to guard you. Our offense will be tested against Kansas. We're going to have to make shots. We're going to have to execute. We're going to have to be strong with the ball. So it's a hell of an opportunity. and that's all you can ask for in life. So our players are looking forward to it. I know that. You know, I've coached against Kansas. I've played in that uniform. I know what it's like, but we better strap it on because it's not going to be easy. And hopefully this is a college basketball game that the state of Colorado can get excited about. I wish they get excited about every game. You know, I'm watching Duke play Appalachian State the other night. The place is packed. Student section's packed. I wonder why not here.
Tad, I chatted with one of the women that you guys played for today. She was having a great time with this event. Love the event that you guys did.
Yeah.
One of the cancer patients.
Yes.
For you, what did it mean for your team to be able to do this?
Yeah.
Honor those people, put the names on the jerseys, things like that.
It meant so much, Brian. I mean, I thought it was branded so well, bigger than basketball, because we all know, you know, how cancer's touched so many people's lives, you know, through the years, and every family, some way, shape, or form has been touched by it, and so, you know, I've been in sports a long time, and I've seen a lot of promotions and, you know, ways to get people excited. But I mean, this one, when it crossed my desk, I can't remember when it was, in the summer or the fall. I'm like, why haven't we been doing this for years? You know, so I hope it's something that we can continue, because you know, it's not just the cancer patients that we represented that were on the names of our jerseys. Those people, obviously, we heard their stories on the Zoom call, and we were proud to represent them and their families in their fight today. But it's more than that. I mean, there's thousands of people fighting cancer throughout this state, throughout this country, and also UC Health. You know, we're part of the University of Colorado system. You know, we're one campus here in Boulder. We're one basketball team, but we hopefully had a day to represent, you know, UC Health and the healthcare workers and all they've been through, certainly since COVID has started, but also the ones that work with cancer patients and have worked with cancer patients, you know, for the last 30, 40, 50 years. I mean, it's here. It's not going away. We got to deal with it. We got to handle it as best we can, and so to have an opportunity to fight on the basketball floor and bring their fight to the public's knowledge, and our fans, is an honor. It's an honor for us. It's an honor for our players. We got great kids who embraced the opportunity, and I was really proud of our guys, and I'm proud of every cancer survivor that's out there, and I feel bad for the people who have lost, you know, loved ones to cancer, because it's a fight that's not going away.
Anything else for Coach?
Coach, Tristan DeSilva seemed to hit his first three or his first shot each
Yeah.
game, and then doesn't necessarily, hey, he's 1 for 9. Can you talk a little about that?
Well, you know, I didn't realize until Scott Wilkie told me the same thing, you know, on the radio, that Tristan hit his first shot, and then after that missed. I didn't know that, but what I do know is I want Tristan to be aggressive and take good shots. When he's aggressive, we're usually pretty good. He's been up until this point pretty efficient. So we want Tristan to be aggressive, just like we want KJ to be aggressive, and he's got the ability to make plays for himself and others because he's very unselfish. So tonight was just one of those nights, and he just got to get rid of the block shot that he had there in a crowd. He's got to get rid of that one, and then the turnover he had in the second half where he probably should have shot it. You know, it's part of the growth process for Tristan that, you know, every one of our young guys are going through. So I'm not worried about Tristan. I love his aggressiveness, and he's a very efficient player, and he's one of the last guys I worry about.
Good.
Thank you.